This is the second video in the Photoshop learning series. If you haven't watched the first one yet, follow up on the link in the description. Today I'm gonna discuss some basic tools in Photoshop. So let's begin. If you hover over any of these tools, you will observe that there are some alphabets in the brackets. So these are actually the keyboard shortcuts. You can download the complete PDF of all keyboard shortcuts from the link in the description. The first tool is the Move tool. The Move tool allows you to move a selection or entire layer by dragging it with your mouse or using your keyboard arrow keys. You will notice a blue selection box around the selected layer, which may not be active in your workstation. So to unhide or hide this box, just click on the Show Transform controls in the options bar. Also, you may notice that on clicking at the edge of the selection, this option appears. So this means to transform a layer. I'll discuss more about transform in another video. To remove this, just click on the tick button or press smaller enter key from the keyboard. In Photoshop, both enter keys work differently. Now the next tool, the Artboard tool. The Artboard tool in the Tools panel is grouped with that Move tool to create special group layers called artboards that define the canvas sub-areas and expand the canvas as they are moved. You can duplicate an artboard using the Alt key and dragging it. You can define the size using templates given in the options bar. So the next tool, Marquee tool. It's the most basic of selection tools and often the one most useful. This tool is used to draw selections based on geometric shapes. Select the layer you want to make a selection in. Using the Move tool, you can move the selected part of that layer. All the tools that you work with will show their effect in the selected area only. So to deselect, press Ctrl D from your keyboard. So the next tool is Elliptical Marquee tool. It makes selections in shape of ellipses. Press Shift to make circles and hold spacebar to move the selection by dragging. You can then resize it accordingly. Another feature of Marquee tool is that you can fill the selection in the layer. Right click on the selection and press Fill, and then select Content Aware to allow Photoshop fill in the pixels based on neighboring pixels. So here's the magic. Specifically, the Marquee tool allows you to draw rectangular and elliptical selections. So to make freeform selection, the next tool is Cursor tool. It's used to make freeform selection. The keyboard shortcut of this tool is L.
You can make selection in any shape you wish to. Next is the Polygonal Lasso tool. It's used to select objects made of straight lines. You can apply any effects to the selection.
Another tool is the Magnetic Lasso tool. It's good for curved edges. You can duplicate a layer by clicking Alt and dragging it. In this way, you can create multiple layers. The next tool is Quick Selection tool. The keyboard shortcut for this is W. You can adjust the brush size by holding Alt key, right click and dragging it. Right and left for the size and up and down for the softness of the brush. If you are not able to see the cursor, just toggle the caps lock key to make it visible. This tool helps to make a selection quickly. If you hold Alt key, the brush turns into a negative selection. In this way, you can refine your selection by resizing and removing unwanted selection. I'm going to introduce you with the most important feature of Photoshop, but that's masking. You can find this icon at the bottom of Layers panel. After making the selection, click on the mask icon. You will observe that the selection is in white in the mask and the rest is in black. You will observe that the selected part is in white in the mask and the rest is in black. If I hide the mask, you can see the complete layer as it is. It doesn't affect the layer at all. It just hides the part of the layer which is in black in the mask. I can enhance this image by matching the lighting with the environment. So let's go to Adjustments panel and select Brightness. And let's increase the brightness a little. Yeah, now it looks fine. Also, let's add one more adjustment layer, Vibrance, to make colors a little vibrant. You can see the difference by clicking on this eye button. At this stage, don't worry much about these adjustments. I will make a separate video explaining all these effects. Also, this is just a basic introduction of tools. I'll make separate videos for each and every tool explaining advanced features in detail. As I have already taken a lot of your time, I will be discussing the remaining tools in the next video. I'll teach you how to straighten distorted images easily, how to create backgrounds like this in seconds, and many more magical tools. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe and turn on the notification icon to get regular updates.